start off with Damian Priest and LA Knight and versus Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu. We do get in the backstage segment with LA Knight and Damian Priest. They come out, LA Knight pins Solo. Solo's a jobber now for some reason. And then we're definitely going to get a Solo versus Jacob Fatu match. And guess after I think the match, Jacob Jacob was talking all this, and I think he spit on Solo. So today I'm keeping it short and simple because I got places to go today. So I'm just gonna get this out of the way. I don't want to leave y'all with no video. I will be starting my thoughts every Thursday, but we get after the match, LA Knight and Damian Priest showdown. Why couldn't it be LA Knight that casted on Drew McIntyre at WrestleMania 40? Oh, it doesn't matter. But they start showing down and everything, fighting back and forth until Jacob Fatu got in it. Sorry for the noises in the background. But we get Drew McIntyre, Claymore, and Jacob Fatu as he licks the championship like he does. We get Drew McIntyre, Claymore, him. I think he picked up title. We get a fair 4-way tonight. I will be doing a review on that, maybe on Sunday. But yeah, Drew McIntyre with the Claymore. I think this might be out of order with the other segment that's happening right after this, but basically Chelsea Green had this little photo of the Women's United States Championship. I don't think the Women's United States Championship is better than the Women's Intercontinental Championship, but she was basically sitting there with Piper Niven and Alba Fire, I think. Okay, and then they basically have a tag team match because Zelina Vega and Nick Aldis comes in, and then she says she'll find a partner. She don't have no babes or something. But Alexa Bliss gets the win. So then we get Charlotte Flair out here. And then she was talking for a little bit. I forget what she said. And then she's just getting booed. But she did bring up a picture of Tiffany Stratton. And she said something about a good night. She had a good night at WrestleMania, which is obviously a lie. But then she just leaves the ring after getting booed. Then we hear Jade Cargill's music, and she basically just comes in the ring. Even though this video's gonna be short, I'm giving you a back-to-back, so. Okay, that kind of sound a little weird, but. Yeah, back-to-back videos. And Jade Cargill comes out for her match, and she says, Charlotte, no, you gotta go to the back of the line and everything else. Okay. Guys, the cough is kind of getting off. If y'all watched the last video for the Raw review, it's off. Well, I think I still have a cold, but we've seen Nia Jax versus Jade Cargill before. I think for the women's Queen of the Ring, Nia Jax won it. I don't think Jade Cargill never beat Nia, so she lost again. But Naomi got involved, took out Tiffany. Jade was distracted, and Nia Jax took advantage, and then, and yeah, we already know how the outcome went. I'm surprised they put Jade, I'm surprised Jade, lost. See, Nia Jax pinned her with the Annihilator. A very interesting segment with Charlotte and Alexa, but first we get Charlotte and Nick Aldis. Charlotte's like, I deserve more, and she said all the things she done for the business, but Nick Aldis says that means you should be someone that they look up to, not a bully. But then Charlotte sees the door close, and it's Alexa Bliss, and she says, let's chat. So this could be really interesting. I have some thoughts on this, but it's already a lot of alliances. I have some thoughts on my channel. Street Profits come out and say a whole bunch of nothing, but then we get Fraxium, which they want a match for the championships because they think it looks good on them. And I think this was an alright match, which should have been better in my opinion, but yes. Never really watched NXT, but I heard a lot of things that Fraxon was good and everything, and they basically get the pin. Okay, then we get Aleister Black versus Carmelo Hayes, and this was a good match in my opinion. Aleister Black, hopefully he can be in the main event division. I feel like everyone that's not fighting for the title has to be a mid-carder. No, we can't have Aleister Black fighting main event guys. We can't keep doing this. Maybe one of the Cody Rhodes when he comes back. And Carmelo Hayes can't keep getting pinned. But I think this was the right decision for him to get pinned in this match. This was a great match, but I think they're still trying to do this it was Andrade and Ray Phoenix versus Los Garces. But still, I think they're going to try to do this Alberto thing. But I'm not really interested in it for some reason. I don't know why they started to make Ray Phoenix and Santos get mad at each other. That don't really make sense to me. Then we get Alberto slapping Santos' hand, which gets no pop. But something's gonna happen. It's gonna be cooking too. And then we get John Cena's promo coming out with the championship. Basically the same routines over and over again. But John Cena cuts he says hustle is like being there, not catching a paycheck, and loyalty, which is not Randy Orton, he says. Loyalty is being there. Loyalty, what did he say loyalty was? He said loyalty was, I forget what he said loyalty, but respect. He does say respect, but they're not showing none of him respect. But then he goes through those things, but he does cut through Randy. I wish we got Randy Orton and John Cena, even if it was like a pre-recorded video. But we get John Cena go to Randy Orton's dad, I think. Bob Orton. The only thing he accomplished was getting Randy's mom, which made him. So, in the Legend Killer, all the Legend Killer he said was beating a bunch of nobodies and ending their careers as legends. And he says Randy's going to end another legend in himself. And then John Cena says tomorrow night's just going to be like a 2008, I think, drug test. A failure. And then we get a little guy that I don't know how John Cena didn't. Okay, let me just get into it. I didn't realize this guy when he worked for Randy Orton for 25 years. I don't know how it happened. And it's like, we all knew this guy was fake. He wasn't too big. And I don't know how John Cena didn't know he was too big because he was just talking about him on Pat McAfee's podcast. He's like, how he gets so big and everything. Now, oh yeah, he attitudes adjust him, but the real Randy Orton comes with this cool way, doing You Can't See Me, and then eventually hitting him with the RKO. Randy Orton got this one tonight. See you guys next time. Hopefully this was over 5 minutes, but I told you it was going to be short. Peace.